you bloody look at that? We are live on YouTube. Welcome to BackChat, powered by Paywise. And if you've been a big fan of BackChat for a while, you're going to be going, what is going on there? Where's Fleet Network gone? Don't worry, it's gone nowhere. But we're powered by Paywise this year for 2024.
Wow.
Welcome, fellas.
It's so great to be here.
Does it feel different?
It doesn't.
It does.
I'm hosting, so
Well, you're sitting there.
yeah,
I'm sitting here, and you're sitting there, and the internet works, live stream works. I'm just happy.
Yep.
This is our first time live on YouTube. We've been practicing a little bit for our patrons. Shout out to our patrons.
Yep.
So, look, if we fuck something up today, don't blame us.
We'll
But
say this,
let us
though,
know,
for the
obviously.
last, how many episodes have we done? 100, this is 141, right? In that entire time, we've probably cut maybe one thing out by accident.
Yes.
You know, like, so we've never had to really, we never do any editing anyway. It's
we
just
haven't
the same.
defamed, like I said, we haven't defamed anyone yet. But you did say we probably have defamed someone.
Yeah, I'd say we well,
People just don't really
I
care.
have. I know I have, but no one's sued me.
I reckon Adam Thorpe would have a few bones to pick if he was listening.
Righto, on tonight's show, if you just joined us, welcome. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. And if you're listening to this tomorrow, well, join us yesterday, live on the show.
Yeah.
But tonight's show, big show coming up,
Huge.
fellas.
Yeah.
We've got the head coach of the Freo Dockers joining us a little later on.
Wow.
Justin Longmuir. Give him a round of applause. Really good, Justin.
Clap to Justin.
Is he going to be in the studio?
He'll be joining us in studio.
Gee, that's good, isn't it?
Is it going to be live? We'll have to wait and see. Someone who will be joining us live on the podcast. So we thought, West Coast, a bit of love over here in the West. We may as well stay here for the first ever show live on YouTube.
Yep.
A golden fister himself. Should I give away who's going to join us? Or just a little tease?
No, that gives it a little bit.
Well, do you know what?
He's won a golden fist.
I made the thumbnail for the YouTube video, and he was on the thumbnail.
Okay,
So-
so if you're paying attention at home, you
Wow.
will know who it is. But if you're not paying attention, we're just going to tease that out a little bit. Golden Fister, multiple All-Australian. If someone represents the Western...
that narrows it down to like one bloke at West Coast.
I never said West Coast, did I?
Yes, you did.
West
Did I?
Australian
Western Fister. If someone like embodies that, I think this man does slightly. Probably takes it too many marks for us.
Okay, well, we're pretty. Anyway, if you haven't got who it is now, watch
No,
football.
they know. It's on our
Watch
tile.
some
They know.
footy.
He's also one of our BackChat Backman sponsored players this year.
Yeah.
Should I also tell people that you're going to be leaving?
Yeah,
halfway
I'm going to
through?
be ducking off it a little bit. So we're
Where are
going
you going?
Mondays and Fridays. We're going live.
I'll tell you where he's going, right? And so this will be happening every Monday.
Yep.
He'll be going to win another Sandover. That's where he's off
Ooh,
to.
love that.
He's absolutely off to the tracks to win another Sandover.
Try my best. Yeah, duck off Monday, go to training, and I'll be
And a
here Friday.
premiership.
And a premiership.
We've done the Sandover. Let's get the premiership.
Let's get the premiership. Both
Very
would be
good.
nice.
I like that a lot. So chatting to some people live on the podcast. So here we go. A big thanks to TABtouch joining us as a sponsor, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Shout out TABtouch.
Wow, there's going to
Shout
be some
out
applauding
TABtouch.
and clapping, really good. We've got some little TABtouches around here. They are joining us in 2024 as our betting partner. Farewell, Bluebet.
See ya.
Just farewell. Farewell.
Farewell.
They were
See ya.
great partners.
No, I said see ya.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye, farewell.
TABtouch.
Forgiven, not forgotten.
Paywise.
Great tune.
And
Yeah,
another,
what a song.
Can we enter another another sponsor that we're joining us
let's
this
do
year?
it.
The Leadable Precinct, the Leadable
Yeah.
Hotel, joining us as our live venue sponsor for 2024.
So many options down there.
So
massive for me.
We've got some big. Yeah, it is. It's a little close for home for you.
Just around the corner.
We've got some big live events happening this year.
Wow.
Some of our audience would have joined us for our Brownlow extravaganza last
One
year
of
at
the
the
best
Brownlow.
shows ever.
Best nights of my life.
So we're going to take that to a new level this year at the Leadable Hotel. So they've
Great.
joined us on board this year. So if you're ever out and about, if you're, I don't know, going to watch the footy, if you're going to the footy, if you're coming home from the footy, we would say,
Drop into the Level Hotel.
thank you, Hamish.
Why wouldn't you go? Come watch East Perth and then just duck across the road.
I
Not too
love
bad,
that.
mate. That's
Very
all.
good. Now, before you leave us, Hamish, which is a little bit away, I wanted to get into the big story of the round so far, and that is Jimmy Webster.
Oh, boy,
and,
Jimmy.
what he's done. Were you watching that live at all?
What the fuck was he thinking? What was he thinking?
Mate.
I couldn't believe it. My jaw hit the floor.
Were
when
you
it
watching
happened.
it?
Yeah, I was watching it.
So was I. I was like, holy
What the fuck
shit.
just happened? I couldn't believe it. What the fuck just happened? Jimmy, the ball was miles away. What were you going to do? What were you going to do?
Have we got this on video? Can we have a little look at this, boys? We don't have
Why
it.
wouldn't you
Okay.
tackle him?
I'm pretty sure we do.
Like, even if he's going to kick it, tackle him. Look
Yeah,
at this.
have a
Oh,
look
man.
at this. Right. So, Jai Simpkin coming through here. Oh, my.
Jimmy!
Wow.
So, you can't see it quite as well.
Oh,
but
he
obviously,
is hurting.
I mean, this is the bad thing with this, right? A head knock. Jai's had 2 last year as well. Always a big incident when you see teammates sticking up immediately like that as well. I think we see a lot of incidents on the field these days and you don't see a lot of remonstration. If you watch this view here,
Look at the head cock back. The neck, the whip of the neck.
So I will say here, late, off the ground, high velocity, no other players. He's not getting tackled. Can I put forward 8 weeks?
I think 10.
Yep. Do you think 10?
I think he'll
what,
get 10
what did
weeks.
SPP get?
4.
4, right? This is obviously much worse.
Yes.
Much worse.
Do they make an example?
Fucking oath
add,
they do.
add more weeks for that? Is that
Fucking
allowed?
oath they do.
It's not good.
Not
Like,
good at all.
oh yeah, sweet. Jai Simpkins had a few concussions. What happens if he doesn't play again?
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
thinking.
you've just jumped off the ground for no reason. There's nowhere. Like you're not going to impact anything. Like it's a fucking stupid act in football that needs to get rubbed out. I think he should get 10.
So do you think it was malicious or do you think it was dumb?
I think it was like I don't think.
Do you think Jimmy Webster's a bad bloke?
No,
Is
I don't
it,
think
right?
Jimmy Webster's a bad bloke. I think it's just like a brain fade and idiotic, stupid thing. But it's like, what the fuck were you doing? What were you thinking? You're not thinking.
Yeah.
I think you should get 10.
Yeah.
10.
Well, I think it's going to be extreme as well. I think you've got to punish it. I just think, not knowing any bloke who plays for any other club that well, apart from our BackChat Backman of the Year, I don't think he's rolling around. I don't think you're thinking when you're on a football field like about Jai Simpkins' future.
Yeah, of course.
Like, no one. There wouldn't be one player rolling out at AFL level going like, I'm going to end this bloke's career. Or,
Oh God, no. He would be sitting at home right now thinking like he would just be in a dark spot.
Correct.
Like what the fuck? It'd be like when a Gaffy belted Andrew. It's just like, what have I done?
Correct.
What the hell was going through my head?
How many
Nothing.
weeks
obviously.
did Gaffy get? 8, right?
Gaffy got 6, I think.
No, Gaffy got 8 weeks.
8.
8 weeks. So Barry Hall got 7.
Yeah, and
And
Gaffy got 8.
8, I believe.
Yeah.
So you think this?
Well,
I
it's
think
different times. Gaffy just punched Andrew in the face, and this is
Sorry, I don't know why it makes me laugh every time because you're just saying what happened.
exactly what the fuck is it with us getting hit in the head, the boys?
Yeah, correct.
Anyway, I think he gets 10. There you go.
So there's been a bit off the back of this, right? Clearly, the tribunal stuff, which you probably wouldn't have had to look too much further than any footy show in the world talking about this, as we have just done. The remonstrations post this, so quarter time. This happened in the first quarter. At quarter time, that both the teams are out there. It's a suburban game, so it's not the MCG or anything like that. I don't think we've got the footage of this yet, do we, Nicholas? Nah, it's all good. So there's a bit of back and forth between Clarko, the coach of Jai Simpkin, his captain, and the St Kilda players. So Clarko's out in the field giving some feedback. I don't know exactly where to go from this. I'll probably just go.
Are you aware
exactly
of this,
what
Hammer,
happened.
of what's been said?
I'm not aware of this.
Okay,
No.
great.
Ellis and Clark, I'm just going to read. This is from an
Sure.
article.
Sure.
I'm just telling what happened. That's all I'll say, Hamish. Okay.
Yep.
So, and there's been a fair bit of chat about this post. So, we'll just have to be a tiny bit careful where we go with this. Alistair Clarkson was embroiled in an ugly verbal stoush with St Kilda players in the wake of Jimmy Webster's late bump on Jai Simpkin on Sunday. Webster's teammate, BackChat Backman sponsored player for the St Kilda Football Club, Dougal Howard.
Yep.
Webster's teammate, Dougal Howard, responded to Clarkson, who then went back at Howard and other Saints in a derogatory manner. Clarkson used the term, do I say it?
Well, it's just what he said. You're just reading an article, right? Do you want to give...
Clarkson used the term cocksucker.
Oh yeah.
So there's been, and then Clarko's come back and said, at quarter time break, I voiced my displeasure to St Kilda players Jimmy Webster and Dougal Howard as they made their way to the quarter time huddle. This was an exchange that was emotional in defence of our captain, but unnecessary, and the language I used was inappropriate. I've reached out to Ross Lyon and both St Kilda players to apologise. So Clarko's out there calling black cocksuckers. There's been a fair bit going on. Dougal sticking up for it. Look, this
Respect
is a big,
Dougal. You have to fly the flag for your teammate, but
Correct.
at the same time, like if I was Alistair Clarkson, I would have been going into my quarter time huddle and saying every single bloke on this field has a free license to beat the shit out of Jimmy Webster.
Correct, yeah.
If you
And
get fucking weeks, whatever, just belt the shit out of him.
there was a fair bit of antsiness going around, actually. Like there was a fair bit up and about. I think that's fair
Absolutely.
play, that side of things.
God, yeah.
Do you think what's worse?
Level him.
Clarkson saying cocksucker, or on Facebook afterwards, sister of
yes.
Webster, Leash Webster, just saying good night on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Good
Sorry.
night, fair bump, play on.
The comment on the video.
Yeah.
Good night.
Well, okay, yeah. So,
Fair
like,
bump, play on.
it's an interesting world we find ourselves in because your brother has retired recently due to head knocks.
Yes.
Yet, I think we can remove ourselves a little bit from the emotion of that, hopefully.
Yeah,
It'd be difficult from you. And it's a case-by-case thing. Not every head knock is about Angus, and not every, I think there's a level of humour for that somewhere. Like, your siblings are being abused online, right? So everyone's going Jimmy Webster, calling him a dog, saying dog act, all this sort of stuff. If you're his sibling, right, just forget how
fair bump. Like,
I mean, I think that's half funny.
Tongue in cheek there, because obviously it's not a fair bump play on.
Correct. I think it's look. Maybe I'm in the wrong there. Maybe it's not okay to do that, but I think it's funny. Now, I'm going to ask, have you joined our tipping comp yet, Dan? Have you joined?
I joined today.
I haven't joined. I've been busy, but I've got all my tips ready to go.
Correct. Remember?
I have tips for round 0 and 1. So I've done that.
I have not joined.
Wow.
So just reminding everybody, hello to the live stream. If you don't know about this, $2,001 on the line as the yearly prize. So if you haven't joined our tipping comp, you've got to be a patron to join it. You join Patreon, The Cage, as a fullback, as a back pocket, as a half-back flanker, and you'll be in the running for $2,000. $2,001, sorry, I misspoke.
Get yourself a frozen Coke.
The weekly prize, $250 a week at the Alford.
Oh, I love that.
Really get around the Alford. They are our locals. They are just up the road here at BackChat Studios.
Yep.
We might even be able to get on. I thought we might be able to piggyback on some of these vouchers. Go up there for a beer while someone's putting the vouchers down.
Yeah, someone put the $250 down.
If you win one, knock on our door. We're just down the road. Say, hey, I'm heading out to the pub. Take us up.
Okay, well, there you go.
Least you could do.
Correct. So thank you very much to the Alford for getting behind what we're doing in the tipping comp. Tell your friends, $2,001, $250 a week prize money.
It's just... Yeah, it writes itself, doesn't it?
Okay, very good. Thanks to TABtouch.
Just a quick shout out to our to the YouTube. We are live, obviously, and if you are listening to this, just search BackChat Studios on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Tuesday or whatever, there's been 226 people watching this.
Hey.
That's huge. Shout out to all you people watching this on YouTube. We see all your comments. We're going to try to get to them at some point. And Nick as well behind the mic there is going to be replying to... Oh, there he is.
Hello,
Nick.
Nicholas.
Look at that TABtouch thing.
Wow. He's going to be... it's on. He's going to be replying to some of the comments as well. And keep
if
sending them in.
If you've got any questions you want to throw at us, put them in the little chat.
In the chat.
You can throw them in. Just cut me off.
All right.
If I'm doing too much talking.
Apparently frozen Cokes are $2 now, not $1. So.
Oh, they are, yeah.
There you go.
And if you're listening to this tomorrow and you're thinking, geez, I want to get in on the fun, well, watch us live.
Mondays and Fridays at 4:30 Australian Western Standard Time.
YouTube.
Now, this has brought us to a segment of the show we've never done before, but we're very happy to do this. It's prediction time, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Right?
It's our predictions.
We have done this before. I don't think I could have butchered it any more last year than I did last year.
Yep.
And I've been staying well away. I still owe a naked lap around Optus Stadium.
Yes, you do.
Which I may be doing this evening. Just saying.
I just want to clear something with this naked lap around Optus, because I just know the fallout and what would happen if I went on the record last year and said, if the Eagles come out as wooden spooners, I'll do a naked lap around Optus. There is no chance I would have been allowed to leave my house, go to bed, live my normal life if I'd put it off as much as you had. The amount of like...
Did I sign a contract?
Lip service that you've given about this, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the amount of times that we've just sort of let it slide, I can just guarantee if the shoe was on the other foot, I would probably I wouldn't be able to leave my house because there'll be a mob at my door. So I just want to say, we've gone easy on you, but we deserve better.
Scully had it penciled in for Friday night last week, and then obviously had to
pencil being a keyword.
And then he had to go to pink, so he couldn't unfortunately do that.
So what?
Scully was just on those zip lines naked, just
dredging the river, mate.
Spinning, I'm doing backflips completely naked, just knocking every second person. We're worried about head knocks and we're letting Scully just fly around there with the dredger swinging in the breeze.
The dredger. You absolutely.
So, anyways,
idiot.
predictions. But I just want to give you a little clip because I don't think you've copped it enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like you sitting over on that side. I like the aggression. Okay. I do. I like it.
I'll piggyback on it.
Yeah, really good. On what? The dredger. Sorry.
It's not piggybacking. I'm flying in like a helicopter. Just like one of those Goodyear blimp. The helicopters that goes out and just saves someone. You got the fiery just hanging off the rope. Meanwhile, just me just clinging onto it like that.
Putting up fires.
Yeah.
We're talking about my dick here, right?
Wow. Right? Okay, you said it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. None of which is true. We actually, it's like calling someone with red hair Bluey at the moment. That's what we're doing. Now, TABtouch big calls.
Yeah.
I will start with this. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelpline.org.au. So this year, thanks to TABtouch, we are building some prediction markets. Mm-hmm. We are putting our Dredgers on the line, and we are predicting what's going to happen this year. Pretty stock standard behaviour here.
Yep.
But I think the people of the BackChat community need to know, what are we putting on the line here? What do we think's going to happen? Should we start with who's going to win the flag?
Yes, we can.
Can I just also ask that we're all very supportive of each other in this time, because we'll give our predictions, but I feel like usually I'd say something and then
we'd jump on the back of that.
So you would like
I'll just like
support
us all
no matter what?
No, you say something, yes, mate. Yeah, totally with you, pal. Good on you, buddy.
If it's stupid, I'll let you know.
I can't guarantee that. I've got to say, I can't guarantee
If
that.
it's stupid, I'll let you know.
Okay,
I'll try and support you as best I can.
Okay, all right, let's go.
All right.
Where are we
Premiership
starting?
winner, Dan Const. Who's going to win the flag? And if you say West Coast,
No.
you're done.
No.
Get out of here.
It's time. Brisbane Lions.
Really?
Yeah, it's time.
Is that a song?
It's time
pretty
to
much
win
it.
the flag.
That's pretty much
Done.
it.
Yep, Brisbane
gonna
Lions. Yep, they're gonna fight the demons, win in Melbourne.
Fight
get it
our
done.
demons or their demons?
Their
Well,
demons.
we'll get to that next.
Okay, Premiership, Brisbane Lions.
Yep. Speaking of the demons, I think Melbourne are going to win.
Do you? That would be a big story off
Melbourne
the
are
back
gonna
of the
win,
off-season these boys have had.
Yeah, I think just with the fact that this new ruck rule is you can just do that, I don't think anyone's going to come near Max Gawn.
Really?
And he's just going to dominate.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Clary back.
Yeah, Melbourne win.
There's going to be a clear theme to my votes here, boys, but my Premiership winner,
Yes,
the
Giants.
GWS Giants.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
That's all right. We'll take that.
Love it.
I'll be waiting for a song we might hear in this year for sure. But the GWS Giants on the back of Tom Green, of the BackChat Backman of the Year winner,
Jack Buckley, of course.
on the back of Toby Green, the All-Australian captain, the man.
Sam Taylor, the second best defender in the comp.
Just give it to me. And we all get to do this. Like, Magic Grand Final Day this afternoon.
There's a big, big sound from the west of the town. It's the sound of the mighty giants. Feel the ground is shaking.
So you can't tell me.
Yeah, no, that's I like it.
Yeah, I'm happy
In
with
terms of the three, you'd be wanting that to happen.
Yeah, that's my heart pick. GWS Giants. I'm voting with my head. Yeah, going Brisbane.
Smart. Collingwood is my runner-up. They will be beating Collingwood in a grand final.
I also have Collingwood as a runner-up.
Is that right?
I went Carlton.
Wow.
That's why I think Brisbane can win.
Carlton
Carlton in the grand
prelim
final.
in 2023. Brisbane Carlton grand final in 2024.
Yep.
So you have
I have
Collingwood.
Melbourne to beat Collingwood.
Wow.
That'll be a big grand final.
That'll be a massive grand final.
Big grand final.
Yep.
And I've got them losing. What about the Brownlow medal, fellas? The best player of the year. We host, as we said, the Paddo. Great supporters of ours last year. This year it'll be at the Leadable Hotel.
That's going to go nuts.
Brownlow medal. Get your suits ready now.
I'm
I will
so
say,
excited.
get your suits ready now. If anyone watching on YouTube was at the show, let me know how you enjoyed the show, because I'd like to hear about
God,
it.
it was fun.
Brownlow medal, fellas. Who wants to start?
I'll start. It's going back to WA. Paddy Cripps.
He's going to win another Brownlow medal.
He will. He'll win another.
Wow.
Carlton are going to win a lot of games.
Wow.
Carlton are going to win a lot of games. You are correct. Mine is going to be not it's controversial. It's a bit of a shock at the moment considering his preseason. But Clayton Oliver's back.
Clary.
Wouldn't that be
Clary
the
is
biggest?
back.
Are you on the Melbourne coattails? Is that
I
what's
love
happening?
him. I just think that they're back. I think he's back. He's fit. He's a star. And Angus is out, so someone needs to shine for him, and it's going to be him.
There's no way Clary wins the Brownlow.
Oh, that's the whole point of predictions.
He's
isn't
won 2 MVPs.
it? He's
Clary.
a fucking gun.
He has a gun.
2020, 2021, I think he was back-to-back
Yeah,
MVP.
he's a
like
good
a
player,
proper
mate.
gun.
Yeah.
Proper gun.
Well, he's a proper gun.
Glass jaw, but yep. Yes.
Well, you said it, not me. Look, boys, I've got to go for our big-time crowd favourite last year. Errol Jack Buckley. Errol Goulden.
It's good. It's a good pick.
I think he was
that's
unlucky
a great
last
pick.
year. I think he gets better this year. I just don't think he gets much attention. Like, I don't like.
Yeah.
I think Nick Dacos is just going to get ravaged this year. Like he
People
should.
tried to every week last year. Did
try
none of us,
harder.
Did none of us say Nick Dacos because it's like we don't want to pick the clear favourite?
Well, and same with Collingwood win the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I think so.
Someone probably should have gone with Collingwood to win and Nick
and
Davis.
Nick Dacos. Nick
Davis.
Davis. Nick Davis is coming back. I think, yeah.
Wow.
Nick Dacos probably wins it, but I don't want him to be my pick.
Very good. Errol Goulden
he's so
for
good at
mine.
football.
Coleman medal. Look, I've gone rogue here, fellas. As to who will lead the goal kicking. And if there is any YouTube comments, keep chucking them in there.
I'm happy. Do you want to start?
Mine's rogue.
I'll start then.
Yeah.
Mine's Nick Larkey.
Wow.
He kicked 71 goals last year in the second worst team in the comp, and they're going to just get better, North Melbourne.
See, if we
He's
can
just-
we're not going to have any room to talk about this. I think watching North Melbourne, and
They're going to be pretty
we
good.
talked about North Ball, right? A little bit. I think Ellis Clarkson, Genius coach, has just gone, we have the shittest defence ever.
Yeah.
Right? And that's
fair enough. With all due respect.
With full respect here for the BackChat podcast, not their biggest strength.
No.
I think he's just gone, fuck it. We're going forward.
Yeah.
And we're going to kick a shitload of goals. And so's the other team.
Exactly.
All good.
I think Nick Lucky wins the Coleman.
Wow. I like it.
So do I.
How many did Kerno win with last
I think
year?
he won with like 73 or something. 74.
He's not far off.
And he was the second worst team in the comp. Anyway.
You go.
All right, I'm going to go.
Mine's fucking
Yeah,
broke.
there's probably a bit of a theme with mine. Back to back to back. Charlie.
Right, so he's going back to... Wow, so right.
I don't know when the last time that was done. 3-peat.
And a Brownlow and a Coleman. And
Yeah, it's a bit...
I don't think that's happening.
Yep. No,
No, sorry, 3-peat.
Coleman medal back
Coleman
to back
medal.
to back.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my mistake. So I thought you meant Coleman, Brownlow,
Did Buddy
and
do
Premiership
it?
at the same
That's.
year.
I wonder. Also, that would also be a rare occurrence.
Buddy
I'd say.
might have done it.
Buddy might have done it.
I don't know.
8, 9, 10 maybe.
Do you want to hear mine?
Yep.
Who do you think it is?
I know. I think I know. Can I
haven't
can I
showed
guess
you.
the team?
Yeah.
Is it Fremantle?
No.
Is it Adelaide?
Who would I have said for Fremantle? Jai Amos.
Yeah, I thought you were going.
Oh, he'll
a bit
kick a
rogue,
lot.
'cause
Is
Kick
it
a lot.
Adelaide?
They're not going to kick enough goals. It's not Adelaide. It's rogue, boys. Like,
Give us the team.
as rogue as...
Oh, that's not going to.
I mean, you like them a lot.
Oscar Allen.
Oscar Allen to win the Coleman medal.
Wow. That's.
Can I give you my theory?
It's
He's the only player that's going to kick goals.
He's the only player that's going to kick goals. Do I think they get much better? Not really. I think their forward line's a little better. I think they may have some like guys that may take a little bit more attention from Oscar. I think Jack Darling gets a little bit like he might maybe a bit injured last year, and I think West Coast go the same path as North. Yep. And it's the same logic. Like I think he kicked over 50 goals last year.
Yep.
I think he kicks
more.
more.
Missed games.
He missed games.
Yep.
I think Oscar Allen wins the Coleman medal.
Yeah, I like
and and I'm saying that
respect.
I don't think West Coast is going to be good at all this year.
Yeah,
I'm not a West Coast guy.
It's not a bad pick.
No.
Huntsman's chimed in on. It's
Huntsman, hello.
hello Huntsman on
Huntsy.
YouTube. Ablett 93, 94, 95.
See, look at this. This is the real live feedback we need.
That's what
here.
we need.
Huntsman
Somehow
knows his shit.
Swamp Thing. Huntsman.
Yeah, it could be the same person.
Could
be. Gary Ablett.
Wow, there you go. 3-peat Coleman.
Someone also has said, "Born is pride, boys."
Yeah.
So there's that.
From
Oh my
isolation.
gosh, that was so accurate.
I thought I nailed it.
It was so on.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
God.
that's a few predictions. What do we got left?
All right, well, we got 3 left, right? I'm leaving the best for last. Thanks to TABtouch. West Coast Eagles and Freo. We're gonna give. I want a line for their wins. I want you to tell me how many games they're gonna win this year, and we're gonna have that as a market. How many games can the Western Australian sides win? How many games, Dan Const, as the leader of the bunch here, the leader of the pack, the West Coast Eagles mantra? How many games will your team win this year?
Okay, 5.5.
They'll win 5 games.
We're going.
So the line will be 5.5. So you
Yes.
think they'll win 5?
If
You
we
think they'll win 6?
Yeah, that's the if we're going overs, right?
You think
I'm going,
they'll win 6?
Yeah, 5.5's the line, I reckon.
And you think they'll win 6?
Who will they beat? Do you think?
I reckon they'll snag 2 random ones. They'll
Just like an Essendon and a
Yeah.
no.
I reckon they
Brisbane,
could beat
Carlton,
like a random one where they come to Perth and like someone just has a mare, like GWS or
Bulldogs last year, GWS
Yeah,
last
exactly. You'd hope that they beat North. I think they got North Melbourne twice
They
this
do.
year. Essendon.
I think have they got Essendon twice? I'd like to know that.
I don't know if they've got them twice, but I think amongst that we're 5 or 6. So I'm going with 6. So
5.5's the line, and you're going overs. I think they win 2 games.
Sorry.
I think the line is 2.5, and I would go unders on that.
Wow.
They're about
Is this where I think I'm about to defame West Coast came
yeah,
from?
a little bit. So imagine they're in the stall gift and it's a 100-metre sprint. They're starting from the 350 mark.
They're on the pink marker.
Yeah, they're starting at the 350 mark in a 100-metre sprint. They're already so far behind the 8 ball with injuries. It's just so unfair.
They're the back marker. They're
yeah,
the red
they're
mark.
the red marker, which mean, and it's like it's
they're
unfairly
negative.
Yeah, they're unfairly put behind.
They've got them back in the city centre.
Yeah, they've just been ravaged, and they're just going to be playing catch up all year, and it'll never work. It hasn't worked, and they will struggle to win more than 2 games.
As a fan of West Coast, what my hope was this season is that we'd go in and we wouldn't lose any games by 100 points. After watching those 2 games of preseason and the injuries, there's probably 300 or 400 point losses.
You think there's going to be 3 or 4? Maybe that should be the line. How many 100-point losses?
Mate,
you think
I don't know.
There's not a lot of positivity
Grim.
coming from your side of the ditch at the moment.
Well, I'm trying to be reasonable.
Just the 2 wins for mine as well.
Yeah.
Look, until I see some, there's nothing I've seen that says they're going to be like this far better of a side and winning games.
Yeah.
I think the best we can hope for as fans of football, or in your case, fan of West Coast, that they're competitive.
I just think I think the line for 100-point losses would be about 3.5, and I would go unders. I don't think they're going to get pumped by as much as they did last year on occasion. I just don't think they're going to be winning.
Fair enough. Fremantle Dockers, fellas. Look, I've got their line sitting. I think they're going to win over 13 wins.
Wow.
So my line is 12.5. I think they'll win 13 and they finish between 6th and 8th on the ladder.
Nice.
All right.
Dan?
I'm going 11.5. I reckon they'll be in the last round. They'll be like scratching to get in the 8.
And they miss the 8.
Yeah, it'd have to be. If I'm going unders with 11.5, I think they're going to win 11 games. Put it that way, and I think they'll just miss the 8.
I'm far more optimistic. I think things are going to click for them, and click very well. I think they're going to win 16 games.
Really, they're back. The boys are back in town.
They're going to be pushing for top 4. I think they might finish. I reckon they'll finish 5th or 4th, and I think they'll win. 15.5 is the line, and I'll go 16.
So a pure anomaly, Port Adelaide game.
Yeah, I think they
Adelaide.
just dropped. Yep, they were shit. They looked bad. I think things are going to click for them pretty quickly, and they'll be fine.
It is 5 p.m. TABtouch big calls. Thank to TABtouch, of course. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. That's a goodbye to you, Hamish Brayshaw.
It is.
Nice,
I'm
mate.
leaving. I got to go.
Yes.
Are we teasing potentially something else on the TABtouch? But I'm not sure. I just think it'd be pretty cool to maybe get a BackChat Backman of the Year thing going.
We're working on something.
Working on something in the pipes. Who knows?
let's
okay.
tell the people.
We were just talking.
We don't have
before.
to talk about the rules.
We don't have to talk about the rules. We were talking about it before. Potentially doing a BackChat Backman of the Year market.
Yes.
And having legitimate rules in place that have to be verified by TABtouch. Obviously, a little bit of Nathan Buckley integrity involved. And if we can actually do that, then, why not put a market out there?
We get a market together. They've got a Brownlow
I think
market.
we put a market out
They've
there.
got a Brownlow market. They've got a Coleman market.
Yeah,
They've
why
got a
not put
Premiership
them
market.
Yeah, why not have the most important award out there?
Do you know why we could do it? Because you can put rules in place, and that's what makes
That
makes
is
things
correct.
fun. Yep.
Hamish, have a great training session.
Hey, thanks,
Up
guys.
next, can't say his name. Key defender for the West Coast Eagles.
All
Coming
Australian.
up. Jeremy McGovern's coming up. See you, Hammer. Goodbye.
See you, mate. Go win a premiership this year.
Goodbye. And the Sandover.
And the Sandover.
That was fun. I was glad with his contributions. I think we've done quite well. Do you agree with us with the West Coast and Freo stuff?
You know what? While we're doing this, I'll a little bit of some comments on YouTube. Someone, lots of love you, Hammer. Goodbye, Hammer. Later, Gator. See you, Hamster. A lot of Scoey, you're dreaming with your predictions.
With what? Oscar Allen win the Coleman.
Yeah, I think a bit
not
of
happy
that.
with that.
Yep.
Just know, if you've been watching BackChat for a long time, I'm not a West Coast bandwagoner.
No,
even though I said they played finals last year. It was what I actually thought. I'm not saying Oscar Allen.
That was just a big swing in the hope that it actually happened and you would have looked like a legend.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. And
You didn't legitimately believe it, but if you go on the record early and it comes off, then it's like Will Schofield's a genius.
You miss every shot you don't take, Dan.
Yeah,
Wayne
Gretzky.
That's what I like to think to myself.
Michael Scott also said that.
Who's Michael Scott?
Oh, it's an office gag. That's right. You'll.
Okay. Thank you very much. I like that. Hey, just while we're having a little wait for our good friend Jeremy McGovern, who will be joining us on the podcast.
Everyone.
I have. I said it before.
Oh,
I whispered it before.
Oh, good.
And it's on the tile, and Hamish knows. Jeremy McGovern is joining us very soon. Before we get there, there's a couple of things else going on, Daniel.
Yeah.
And we're going to stay in your neck of the woods, the West Coast
Great.
Eagles. There was a contest on the weekend against Adelaide, so playing in a preseason game.
Oh, boy. We got to ask Gov about this.
Look, there's some, and we're going to get to the bottom with Gov, so I think we just have a little preview of it. West Coast are playing Adelaide in a community round, effectively.
Yep.
People have been talking about the list and the issues in each line. Forward line, maybe a little bit more deeper, but issues. Back line, a bit skinny. The midfield.
Mate, we could not get any supply to the forward line.
Right.
Couldn't win a centre contest.
Do you think you've found the reason for that? Is that what you're telling me? Is this footage the reason why you couldn't get it?
This was the only time it was good. What we're about to look at, because we had Ruckman in there.
Show me.
All right, we got
Harley Reid, Elliot Yeo, Luke Edwards.
Yeah, hands up. He's gone.
A little bit of voice might be nice. Luke doesn't know what's going on. What's happening
He's
here?
looking around. His arms up. Who's he looking at?
Mark Rashudo. Campbell Chess's now.
Campbell Chesser is in the ruck.
So there was some centre issues here for West Coast in sort of terms of clearances. Let's see how this goes with no ruckman. Bailey Williams had one touch on the weekend, by the way. Oh my gosh, Harley Reid.
That's good.
Okay.
So we went to centre clearance without a ruckman because they hit it straight down Elliot Yo's throat, and then Harley Reid burst out of the middle, looking very much like, and I don't want to say it, he looks a lot like Chris Judd, and he did that quite a few times.
Chris Judd, because he's a good clearance player.
Burst out of the clearance, went around, and then he kicked it on the inside. Very Chris Judd. Like, he also did stuff in the forward that looked like it. No, but Harley Reid was exceptional. Really liked what, after the first week, Harley Reid's game was as much better, and he did some really nice little things. So can you tell us, you've played the game, so what's happened there in the middle?
Well, the first thing that I saw when I watched that was Luke Edwards, young player. You see him with his hands up in the air.
Yeah, he's confused.
Yeah, but that's fine, but you got to talk. So what's happened there? Some sort of rotation has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Campbell Chesser is in the midfield. Luke Edwards, Elliot Yo, Harley Reid. None of them are ruckman, right? You need to get a ruckman in. And how you do that for these dumb shit ruckman, right? That's what they are. They got no brains. Get in here. It would have been Harry Barnett, would have been Livingston, would have been Bailey Williams. One of them would have been on the bench. One of them would have been in the forward line and no idea what they were doing. So you got to talk. So that was the only thing I picked up from that. There wasn't a lot of talk. Everyone was standing around, arms in the air. What's going on? You got to have a chat, quick chat.
Yeah. So if you were Luke Edwards, you would have been screaming.
Correct. Can I just read you one quote before we get to our guest, Jeremy McGovern, one of the great men of all time. He joins us very soon on the podcast. Can I just read you a quote out of context?
Please.
The Camels have actually created some connection in our club. There was this massive camel in the meeting room, and I have my arm leaning on this camel when presenting. That almost broke the ice. The one that was out in the oval, it started in the gym, and the players moved it into the pool area. So it was almost like Elf on the Shelf. Someone would just move it every morning. I just wish I had a photo of Shane driving it back from Gippsland on a trailer.
What?
Who said that, and what's he talking about?
It just sounds like something ChatGPT wrote.
That is head coach of Richmond, new head coach Adam Uze, featuring their preseason on camels. They are using them as their animal embodiment. You can see here as the camel sits on top.
Oh, it's huge! It's on the bench. It's on the roof of the bench.
Ellis, the camel, has 2 hubs. So players have regularly sat in the sauna for up to 45 minutes at the end of main training sessions this year at Richmond. So Adam Uze and his new fitness crew have done that December, January, and Feb. And that sometimes stretched beyond 2 hours, right?
With the camel.
No,
is the camel in? Are they riding the camel?
I think they're saying camels can walk through the desert and don't need much water, and so the camel is an embodiment of their preseason.
I just think of cigarettes, camel cigarettes, and to steal something from the great Dennis Cometti, Adam Uze, great player, horrible Scrabble hand. Which is
That's an incredible way to move our way on to our very first guest of our very first YouTube live show. I thought no better person to get someone who has won a Golden Fist, someone who has been multiple Australians as a backman. He played forward a little bit actually, and a little bit in the ruck sometimes.
Kicked a goal after the siren to win.
He's not very good at those things though. He's a backman, right? Yes, and he joins us on the podcast, leader at the West Coast Eagles, up for a big year. Jeremy McGovern, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is.
There he is.
Wowee, big Gov. Now, Gov. Oh, we've got you, mate. How are you?
I'm good. That's a serious intro. You're a little bit wrong, though. I'm actually a ruckman at heart. I've just had to slave away down back.
Yeah, well, I'll be the jury's
still
out on that.
I do remember when they throw him in the ruck.
Yeah, you got put in the ruck for your milestone game. You played in the ruck for your 150th.
Yeah, I did for about 5 minutes, and then that was the end of me.
I remember as a fan just screaming at the TV going, why is Gov in the ruck? That's right.
Yeah, we obviously a ruck down. I think they actually took Nick off for myself just to get me in there because they thought that's how good I was. But no, only lasted 5 minutes.
Now, we love a good little cross promo here, so you can see the hat Gov's got on, West End Plumbing. Big shout-out to West End Plumbing.
Supporter of the Western Fisters.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes.
Supporter of the Western Fisters. How's life outside of football, Gov, before we get into the real, the footy stuff? West End Plumbing going well, mate?
Yeah, all good. I'm busy, like everyone, I think, in the trade industry and construction industry over here. But, everything's going well outside of there. I've got my best mate Darcy running it, so I'm hoping it's going well, Darcy. But all going well.
Now, Gov, I've got to put this straight to you off the bat. This year we've sponsored a player at every club in the back line, so it's our BackChat sponsored backman. Went through every club, went through every back line, and really picked someone who's embodiment of the BackChat Backman Award. Dower operators, role players, players that may not get the credentials. How do you feel about not being our sponsored player this year, and Tom Barras being our West Coast sponsored player for 2024? We're very happy for you to put your case forward. We're very happy to take that on board.
Well, West Ham might have to dip into their own pocket and sponsor myself so I can get one.
Do you not have a current player sponsor?
Sorry?
Do you not have a player sponsor at this time?
West Coast don't do it.
Really?
Nah, not that I know of. I might do, but not that I know of. No, so I might have to go and get one. But Tommy Brass is I'd be probably sponsoring him, to be honest.
Very good.
If TB does, God forbid, go down or he misses a lot of time, we could put you straight in. We're happy to do that.
Yeah, well, if you're going by my last few years, I don't think you want to put your money behind me with the amount of footy I've played in 3 years. But hopefully that all changes.
How is mate? How is the body? How is the team faring before round one? Everyone excited to put the preseason behind you?
Yeah, we are excited to get into it. Obviously, we worked on a fair few things which we had to. Obviously, from the last couple of years that we've had, but all so far so good. It's very hard to tell this time of year with preseason games. Like we've only had one real hit out, and it's very hard to look too deep into it. But at this stage, we feel like we've done everything we can to prepare well for the season, and hopefully, we'll be making some inroads forward, which is what we're aiming to do.
What should fans be excited about this year? Can you give us some players that you've really liked over this off season? There's a couple in the back line that I've certainly liked to look at, but what about from a player's point of view? Who's had a good one, and who do we think is going to take the next step this year?
Look, to be honest, all the boys have really been digging in and really showing a fair bit. A lot of the young boys, Clay Hall's probably the first one that springs to mind for them. He's injured at the moment, but up until he got injured, he was going really well and pushed for round one. So Hawley will get a shout out. But down back, Harry Edwards has come back in some extremely good condition. Same thing though, he had a little finger issue, but hopefully be back in the first couple of rounds. And Brady Hoff is probably the other one who's looking extremely strong. He's a bit of a unit, Hoffy.
Why?
He's just looking big. He's looking big and strong. He's a big boy.
Like that a lot.
We were just talking about it before you jumped on. It was great on the weekend. Get to watch my team, West Coast Eagles. Love a club fan.
You do.
My entire
You're a big
life.
fan.
Big fan. To my shock, though, when you're watching the game and then there's a centre bounce about to happen and there's no ruckman in the middle, could you give us a little insight into what's going on there?
Yeah, well, look, I'm ready to go. As you can tell,
yeah, where were you?
If I was out there, I would have sprinted from the goal square to get up and have a crack. But there's obviously a bit of miscommunication with the young rucks that we had in at that stage of the game, which doesn't happen very often. And lucky, I'm glad it happened in a preseason game. But obviously a bit of miscommunication from the rucks there. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed, boys.
No. But you did win the centre clearance, which was nice. Can you give us one before we go? Last one for me. Can you just talk about the boy? No question. Just tell us about the boy.
We want to know the boy.
Yeah, the boy is. It's almost the man now for me. To be honest.
Yes.
Like he's gone from a boy to if you've seen him in the flesh at the moment, he's an absolute animal. Ruse, he's a freak. I'd almost say he's the man now, but he just does everything right, Rubes. He's obviously we missed him on the weekend, but he's a ripping fella, country kid. Hopefully he can play a lot of footy for us, for West Coast, for a long period of time, which looks like he will.
Do you, this is the last question, do you have a golden fist? Did you win one?
I don't know. I don't have one in my house, if you put it that way, but I don't know if I did. People have said I have. I don't know. I can't recall if I have. If I have, I'd love to have the golden fist hanging up in the mantelpiece in the middle of my dining room. I'd put it A1 position. I'd love to if I have. I don't think I have.
We are awarding the BackChat Backman of the Year this year. Does that sit quite high on your list of things you'd like to do?
Oh yeah, there's probably just above the Brownlow. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure. So it's it's a Backman's Brownlow, I reckon. So
Yes.
yeah, it's extremely high. But I've obviously got to get a sponsor before I worry about winning that award.
Yes, you do. Mate, we're going to let you go. We appreciate your time here on BackChat, mate. Have a great year, and we'll hopefully speak to you during the year.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
There we go. Jeremy McGovern, ladies and gentlemen.
guy.
He's a buddy operator, isn't he? Tell you what, he's got his own businesses going on. Hopefully the quality was all right there. I thought it was pretty good in terms of the audio quality.
Yeah,
Sounded
I
pretty
think-
good.
yeah,
boys
great.
over the back.
Thumbs up from
Tell you what,
from the
we've got
crew.
some staff in here.
Oh,
Big shout
just
out to our staff.
shrugs of shoulders. I said, any good?
Now, before we get much further along, breaking news, I
Breaking.
believe. Can we go to Nicholas?
got for us?
Thank you very much. Breaking, who looks to be. Oh, I think every time we
Glowing.
cross to Nick, it's like he's in some sort of. He's been shot down from God himself.
You know that scene
Like-
from The Matrix where Neo appears with Morpheus and like everything's white?
Yeah, right.
You're in that room.
I wore like a pink shirt today, so I would have a bit of contrast.
You wore your pink shirt?
Yeah.
Did you get that at the concert last week? Or
No, I didn't.
band shirt? Okay.
Sky got it for me. But
Oh wow, very good, boys. Now breaking news apparently.
yeah, this is, I think, potentially bad news. But
Bad breaking news.
Yeah,
What,
bad
more
breaking
injuries
news.
at West Coast? Should we have asked Gov?
no, worse than that.
Worse than injuries at West Coast.
Tasmania may have decided on a team name.
Oh boy! Did you get to ask Warney about this when I ran out?
we talked about it. He was pretty
What was his
confident.
feeling- what was his thoughts and feelings?
Pretty confident it was going to be the Devils. He thought they'd get that over the line.
Oh god,
It's
boring though.
Boring.
Did you put the Mountaineers to him?
Yeah, he loved
Yeah.
it. Just could not speak any
Salmons?
highly. Yeah, he loved the Salmons too. Yep. And but he talked about the jack jumpers, how that was different. But anyways,
So are you going to
Turbo
tell us
ships?
right now?
So I can categorically say it's not the Mountaineers.
no, that's bullshit.
So we
Okay.
can cross that off.
You're kidding me.
It's not the Salmons either.
Yuck!
I know.
What are they doing over there?
It's
So he
the
reckons the
isn't
Devils
it?
is going to wing out, and they're going to have the traditional strip, the green, hunter green, the little Tasmania yellow, and the maroon trim, which I like. I like that strip.
God.
I actually feel queasy. Like when you hear like bad
Boring,
news,
yeah.
it makes you sick.
What are we going to do with all those stickers? That's
Poor.
True.
We have a roll of Tassie Salmon stickers. Very good, Nicholas. Always finger on the pulse. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that.
I like that a lot. Now, Daniel, should we, after the back of talking to Jeremy McGovern, who sounds like he would like to make the step to BackChat sponsored player
Yeah.
at West Coast, hasn't
sure we
quite
could-
demonstrated those, and we asked him to maybe
Sell
put some-
yourself.
Didn't really sell himself.
No.
So
He
I mean,
just, if anything, he told us not to.
yeah, correct. BackChat Backman of the Year is going to be brought to you by TABtouch this season. So there you go. You win some, you lose more. You know how it goes. I just wanted to have a little look at our full squad again. And each week we'll be doing this off the back of their performances on the weekend. Some big issues across our squad. So very... Do you want me to roll through them again?
Yeah, well, yeah, you could fight rapid fire.
Adelaide, Nick Murray. Brisbane, Harris Andrews. Carlton, Mitch McGovern. Brother of.
Brother, yeah.
We should have fucking told him his brother was sponsored.
Yeah.
Then he would have sold himself.
Get him back, Nick. No,
Collingwood, Isaac Quainer, for leadership group, just an exceptional man there. Nick Martin. Now, Nick Martin had a bit of a caveat. If we see him run around up
Yeah.
forward,
what's he been doing in the first two games?
running around like a loose goose in the back line.
Love that.
Dominating.
Love that a
Kicking out. Like serious behaviour back
Yeah,
there.
great.
So he's good. Alex Pearce, captain of.
Could you just, just quickly, could you
friend of
imagine
ours.
Nick Martin just running on the back line of West Coast Eagles, like alongside everyone
If
else?
only they could have drafted him.
Bloody hell.
Geelong, Sam DeConing going to be a superstar. Sam
Yep.
Collins at Gold Coast. Jack Buckley at GWS. I mean, say less. Hawthorn, Sam Frost. He may be our most dour operator.
Sam Frost.
We have. All right. He may be our dourest. Melbourne, Judd McVee. Strange selection there, but I like it. We're getting around Juddy. You like that?
Love that.
North Melbourne, Luke McDonald. Not sure what he's up to. Trent McKenzie at Port Adelaide. Noah Bolter at Richmond. Dougal Howard.
Missed
Right in, no, can't call him. Right in amongst the action in the St Kilda North Melbourne game. Joel Hamling at Sydney. Excited to see how he goes about his year. Tom Barras at West Coast. And Liam Jones at Western Bulldogs, who I saw a bit of on the weekend. Looked good. A couple of updates across the weekend. Howard. So we had the incident with Clarko.
Yes.
Which was enjoyable, I think. How Dougal just sticking up for it. Like he's like, I'm the big backman here. Get out of my way. Dougal Howard cut an abject figure as he limped off the ground late in the game with what appeared to be a left hammy, which looks likely meant to be a delayed start to the season.
That's rough. But what is cut an abject figure? What does that mean?
What is abject, man? I'm just
it's
reading
like
it.
solemn and sad.
Yeah.
So Howard was flat after he limped off.
Yeah, it was flat as.
Instead, they went with cut an abject figure. That's all right. Where did you pull that from?
AFL website.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's also the first BackChat sponsored athlete to be called a cocksucker. Nick Martin had Mason Redman as backup if Martin didn't play. So yeah, we're not going to do that because Nick Martin is running around. He had 28 disposals off a half-back flank. He kicked 2 goals though.
Wow.
So look,
We don't love that.
we don't love it,
Not
but
at
I
all.
sort of do because he's gone, you know what? Watch this. I'm having 30 and kicking goals. I'm not sure if that's the behaviour we'll accept all year, but I think the fact that he's lined up at half-back, he's taking kick-outs, I think we're okay with him at the moment. But he's on notice.
Yeah, you're on notice, Nick.
Not
you.
Mr.
Nick
Martin. Alex Pearce looks fitter than ever.
Great.
He's
Apparently
looking
he's
good.
training the house down.
He is looking amazing. He is looking absolutely amazing. And who better than to hear an update on Alex Pearce than the coach of the Fremantle Football Club, Justin Longmuir. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause, Justin Longmuir, which we interviewed a little earlier on today. Now, let me just tell you what happened as we threw to this. This is Dan Const's exact words to our team, who are doing a magnificent job, I will say. All right, you've done well to pull it all together, boys. Are the mics down? Mics are down. Boys, you're doing such a great job. This show has been flawless.
I didn't say flawless.
This has been flawless
Did not
without
say
mistake.
flawless.
I've never seen a better live show in my life.
Yep.
And there's not been one mistake.
Yep.
Look, guys, we made a mistake. Got to fess up to it. Something's happened with the audio of Justin Longmuir. We're going to bring it to you. Hopefully the boys are going to fix it right now. We're going to continue on the show. It's fine.
Do you know what we can do? And I'm just going to tell you guys as you go. Go ahead and just upload that audio straight to YouTube now.
Great.
It'll come up as a video that you can go and view separately. Give us time. We'll get that up and we'll tell you when it's ready, and you can just go watch it.
Cool, great. So we may not get back to it in this show, but we did speak to the head coach of the Fremantle Dockers, and he has a few pretty interesting things to say. So if you do want to listen to that, we can get it going. That's fine. If you boys fix it at some point in time, you let me know. Now we've got quite a bit coming up over the next little bit, Dan. As we've been mentioning, TABtouch sponsoring us at the Leadville Hotel, getting that done as well. BackChat Backman, as we mentioned, we're sponsoring a player from every club. But we're going to have a special market on TABtouch. So there's going to be a bunch of things on TABtouch this year that we can get involved with from a punting perspective. Hey, you don't want to get involved with that side of things. I know there's a little bit of, don't know if we love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Don't do
that's
it.
fine. You don't need to.
We don't want to jam anything down your neck
No, not at all.
and just tell us to shut up and continue moving on. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I get
great.
it loud and clear.
We had a very, very big guest on the show. And you reckon we'd be able to preview who that guest might be? As maybe we're punting around. No.
No, let's not do that while they're trying to fix something up. And I wasn't here for this. and I'm actually excited. So it's not often that we put something out that I'm not here for or listen to. So now I get to listen to it. And
so I'll tell you, we interviewed Alex Rance on the show.
That's a big get.
And
flat that I wasn't here for.
He tells a story on the podcast that he starts with, I've never told this story before. He goes on to tell a story.
Really, that's
about,
gold.
I'll tell you what it's about. It's about his career-ending knee injury and how that actually happened.
Because I thought, okay.
So he did his knee in round 2019, and retired at the end of the year.
That's
he
right.
also talks about basically being fresh and ready to go in the 2019 final series.
Right.
And he never plays. And he talks about
Juicy.
speaking to the players there. It's very good. My nephew, Riley.
Yes. Legend.
Brother's son of my brother, who passed away last year. Acute myeloid leukemia took his life. My cousin Riley is doing a shave for a cause, raising money for the Leukemia Foundation. So I would love...
Got a nice head of hair on that boy.
Yeah, correct. He does. So it's a big effort for him. He's raising money. His goal was 5,000. He has surpassed that goal.
Of course.
There's a group there's a group of people that are involved that's basically my brother's mates and his family. One of them being the CEO of the GWS Giants.
Wow.
David Matthews.
Okay.
And myself are in it. So Riley, the cheeky little bugger, said, without asking or consulting us, that Will Schofield and Dave Matthews are very happy to announce that they'll be shaving their heads too.
Oh, that's great for you.
Dave Matthews made the point that he's getting a little thin on top. Hair going probably needs to shave. It's probably shaved anyway.
Yep.
He's got a shaved head, as do I.
It's time to come home.
Maybe we could grow our hair, which would be funny. Yeah. Growing out bald heads, like you'd look like Uncle Festus sort of operation. Or we could wear a wig. Dave could wear a wig doing a press conference. Like, he was having a crack at Collingwood.
Yeah.
And I could wear a wig on this show. So I'm thinking it's about mid-March that the Shave for a Cause happens.
Yep.
If you want to get around that, you can jump on my socials. I'll put it on Twitter. Don't have the exact link, but his name is Riley Nelson.
Great.
He's raising money for the Leukemia
That's awesome.
Foundation for Shave for a Cause. Where do you want me to go? Because
I've got a question about your hair. Right. When was the last time you didn't so you obviously came home at one point, like you buzzed? I'll
tell you the day.
Yeah.
So after the 2017 footy trip. No, 2016 footy trip to Darwin. I had long hair and I shaved the centre of it and I put a hat on as a gag for the boys, and then I put a big Hungarian whip. And then when I got home, I still had that Hungarian whip in.
Yep.
And my wife Alex said, "Time to take that off and get rid of it."
Right.
So see you later. So that was the last time.
Right. Okay.
Never grown back since then. Like, it was down to my shoulders.
Yeah. I remember that. I just didn't know if you went short before that or anything.
And I didn't go to the mid-level haircut or anything like that.
Great.
Yeah,
I love
correct.
that. I was here. Can I just tell you about something that happened last week that we're going to put out on Thursday? Hammer breaks. So Hamish Brayshaw is breaking records, or trying to break a record every single week on the show. Hammer
didn't see this.
Yeah, I was here for Hammer Breaks on YouTube. Go have a look. Subscribe to that. There's some great videos there. So this one looked incredibly easy, and we thought this is a sure thing. Basically, the record was Hammer had to balance 256 poker chips on one finger. So he had to
There's no way that was going to happen.
No, okay, so when we watched the Italian dude who has 70 world records, by the way.
We're teasing this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Did he do it?
Hammer tries to do it. That's probably all I'm going to say. It's very entertaining. It was a tough one, but you have to see what happens. Thursday afternoon on YouTube. Here we go. We don't actually need the audio. This is a little bit of him balancing. That's about 60, I reckon.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm looking at. That would have classed
as
a
record. He does it for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, if I had another 200.
We'll claim it. Yeah, there you go. So that's just a little sample. If you're watching along on YouTube,
one finger I feel like would be difficult to do that.
That's what the guy did. So he needs to do that with 255 poker chips.
You said that we might read it. Nothing today, Nicholas. Is that correct?
Yeah, nothing.
No emails
a bit disappointed, but that's fine.
We've got a ripper fine though, so
a ripper fine.
Stay tuned for that.
All right, great. Can we play some right now? How about we get some fines? I'd like to hear them. Let's do it.
$2 to Deb. I ordered a cameo for my sister's birthday, who shares a birthday with a great man, Hamish Brayshaw. I instructed him to say, "Enjoy your birthday, long neck," as I purchased her a long neck for her birthday to enjoy. Deb misunderstood what I meant. and thought her name was Longneck, and he decided to call her Longneck throughout the whole cameo video message. What a dickhead. 2 or 5 for myself for being such a scab and not ordering one from Scully, as he wouldn't have fucked that up.
No, okay. I remember this.
Tell me, you know all the cameos, all these cameos are public. Tell me we've got them.
No.
Get it up on your cameo.
No, hang on a second.
So she has requested you to say...
Okay.
She bought her a long neck for her birthday and says, "Enjoy your birthday, long neck."
And then Dan proceeded to call her long neck.
Hey, long neck, happy birthday.
I even said, I'm sorry that she calls you long neck. Like, that seems odd.
We've got to track down the cameo.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Because there wasn't I'm trying to find it. I swear, I remember thinking, that's weird that they call her long neck.
I'm having lots of feedback that the audio from Longmuir wasn't working, so we figured it out. Is that right? Yeah. Can we have a listen to Justin Longmuir right now? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been here for the action and Justin Longmuir, I know there's some media people listening along. I just got a little text message from someone, little body. Long neck, we're going to find the cameo. We're going to listen to head coach Justin Longmuir. Justin Longmuir joins us, the head coach of the Freo Footy Club. He's in a polo, so we know he means business here at BackChat. It's polo time. Mate, I want us to have a little quick chat about season upcoming. We're not too far from round 1. How are we all looking? Pre-season done and dusted. Are you happy to look towards round 1 now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the players are ready as well. Obviously, it's a disappointing game against Port, but like I said to the players after the game, it's a wake-up call, and I'd rather get that little lesson now than say early in the year. So I think some of the things we've been working on, we've been showing some really good improvement over the pre-season and even towards the back end of last year, and we just revisited some of our worst stuff from last year on the weekend. So it was good to get a little reminder about the mindset we need to approach the game with. As
a fan watching these games, can we take much out of pre-season games? Like, is it a good indicator of what's to come?
You're going to say no there.
Well, I haven't really done the research into whether it is a good indicator or not. I know last year we played, started really good against Adelaide, fell away, and then played a really good game against Port and beat them well at Fremantle Oval.
Yeah, I remember.
He played really well and didn't really count much for the start of the year, even though I felt like we played well against St Kilda in the first game last year. We didn't win, obviously, and obviously didn't start the year well off the back of that. So I'm going to say no.
If you want maybe something to take to the players tomorrow, JL, just in case you wanted to take notes from here, 2018, West Coast win the flag. Fremantle beat West Coast by 100 points at Joondalup Oval in the pre-season just gone. So if you want to take that on, that's up to you.
You should have told me that before the review today.
So just talking about getting on the positives a little bit, some new players sort of that have caught my eye over what I've seen of you guys. Seen you play twice now. Cooper Simpson. I think he looks like a really great get. Given that he's not like a top 10 draft pick, I think he's looking really good. You've been happy with him?
Yeah, really happy. I love his attitude. He's really purposeful with the way he goes about everything. He's a studier of the game. He's meticulous in the way he prepares and educates himself on the game plan. And you see the skills he's got on the field, balanced, go left or right. He's got some areas he needs to work on, but he's a young fella who I know will get to work on those areas and has already shown he can work on different areas across the pre-season. He's shown a fair bit early on.
Lockie Schultz out the door last year. He's kicked 33 goals last year for you guys. So above everything else, you need to kick those goals, right? And probably some. Is Tom Emmett someone that sort of sits into that role?
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, Tommy. There's been a good fight actually for the small forward roles, and we aren't locked in yet. But Tommy got first crack against the Eagles. He had a bit of COVID last week, so didn't play. So gave him the week off because of that. Yeah, we love his aggression, love his intensity. He really buys into the pressure side of things, which Shooter did. He mentioned his goals, but he also would have had 50 tackles in the front half. So
great point.
We've got to replace that as well. But we feel like Banners didn't finish last year. He was injured at the back end of last year. He's proven AFL small forward or medium forward, as he would say. And Sam Sturt had a great year last year, or good year last year as well. So we've got some options there.
Jaiden Young, look, we like him because he's a backman, and you're playing him in the midfield. That's up to you. Of course, you're the head coach. But he's been cutting his teeth a bit in the back line and moved into the midfield with some success at the back end of last year, and it looks like you've really committed to him as a full-time midfielder. Looked like he has a fair attacking side to his game. Saw it on the weekend, 5 shots on goal. How are you looking at him and also the midfield mix with Fife coming back in, Jaiden Young, how that affects a Sarong and Brayshaw in the midfield mix?
Yeah, we do see Youngie as a mid. We thought he had instant impact when he went in there back end of last year. I think his first game was down in Geelong against Dangerfield. We matched him up there. Did a good job and just built from there. He's got a defensive mindset in the mids, which the backs still like.
Absolutely, they would.
And he gives us something different with his left foot in there as well, and he doesn't. Doesn't waste too many possessions. So, and he's tough. He tackles hard.
Yeah.
He's good over a ground ball. Yeah, so he's had a good pre-season, and there's only much to everyone's dismay. There's only 3 spots in the midfield.
Correct.
You do get some feedback from the fans at times about all these different players that should be playing, but there's only 3 inside mid spots. Yeah. So and those 3 all can't be the same sort of player. You need a bit of a balance in there. So we'll keep working it. We haven't found the best mix in there yet, and we'll keep working towards it. But feel like we've got some really good options. And we've felt like, especially back in the middle of last year after the bye, we got a little bit light on through the middle of the ground. But Erasmus and Johnson have had another pre-season. Fife is back full fitness. Youngie's in there. Will Brodie's had a really good pre-season. Not to mention Bray and Caleb as well. So we've got some good options, and John Jager. So we've got some really good options. Some of them are going to have to spit out to the wing or go forward at times, but we'll continue to work out what that best mix is.
Talk to us about the forward line. JMS has been building. Looks very scary. I'm an Eagles fan, just quietly. So when I see guys like that over the other side of the river, up forward, it's pretty scary. Obviously, Jackson and Tracy as well. How are they looking leading into game 1?
Yeah, I feel like they're building some cohesion, understanding each other. We've got Tabs has had a really good pre-season and obviously put Patrick Voss on the list as well. So I feel like we've got a little bit of depth there with those 5 players. Brendan Cox does knock on my door every now and then. He finished the year in the forward line, so he's asking whether he's going to resume there. Jacko's been a really good addition to our forward line as well. His ability to halve contests with his size and take contested marks is, given him a reactive defender, which has helped Jai in the early parts of his career. Jai's had a great pre-season. He's fitter, stronger. He's worked on his craft. So I'm looking forward to seeing the growth out of those 3 in particular.
Last question. What does a successful year look like for the Freo Footy Club for you?
It's interesting. Every club's out to play finals, and it's an easy thing to fall back on. I just want to see growth in all of our players. And I know that can be boring at times, but if all our players are improving no matter where they're playing, that means we're setting up a good environment, setting up a good program, and off the back of that, we should be winning games. So, our goal as a coaching group is to set up a program and environment where our players can continually evolve and grow and get better. So if we can get to the end of the year and say that, I think the Winds would have looked after himself, and we would have built a list with good depth, and we'll be well placed.
BackChat Backman of the Year this year. Last winner, Jack Buckley last year. Don't look at me like you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, the BackChat Backman of the Year. Who's looking after the back line this year?
Matty Boyd.
Matty Boyd. If you could have a chat to Matty Boyd and the backs and just let them know that it's getting bigger and better this year, and it's Golden Fist was great, right? But just let it slide a little bit. They've got a midfielder running it at the moment. We're sort of not happy with that here at BackChat. So you let Lukey Ryan, Brendan Cox, Piercy, all the boys, BackChat Backman of the Year.
Whenever I need a little bit more motivation for the boys, especially down back, I'll mention that.
Can pick up the phone anytime. Speak to Dan and I, Dan and Eagles fan,
Rev 'em up.
whatever I am. Mate, you've been very generous with your time, not only today on BackChat Live, but our little guest chat we had before. Thank you very much.
Been a pleasure.
Justin.
Love hearing from JL. That was elite.
Yeah, it was quite
Sorry
cool,
to everyone that didn't get it right the first time, but better late than never, as they say.
We did warn you. We did say there might be mistakes.
We know.
You actually sold us into the depths of mistake there. Like you literally said, I said, do not say that. And then about 10 seconds later, phones start blowing up saying the audio's not playing.
Yep.
So in fact, it was your fault.
All right. So I did receive a cameo. So
right.
we
so this is a long neck situation.
This is a long neck situation.
On YouTube, right, we've had a bit of feedback here. I think the sister of the woman now known as Longneck
Bianca
is on YouTube chucking some comments here. It's been quite a this wasn't just swept under the rug. It's been an ordeal. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to defend myself. I'm just going to tell you what the cameo request was. So if you don't know what cameo is, basically you can request a message from a celebrity like myself for a fee, and then give a birthday shout out or whatever.
What are you charging?
To be honest, I didn't want to get any more, so I upped my prices.
Too busy? What did you do? You don't want money?
No. So I think it's $10. I think it's $10 to get up from 5. So anyways,
expensive stuff.
This is the first one I've gotten since I upped my prices, and I've started off with a rip snorter.
If you'd like Dan to completely butcher the name of a sibling or partner on Cameo, he is available over at Cameo.
Yep.
You might even
You're
be
also
able to
there.
you might be able to do some for our patrons.
Yeah.
If you would like one of these from Dan.
Yeah. Okay,
do them.
So basically, you get a request in, and this is for Bianca from someone. I can't think it was Susie or Suze.
Did the for Bianca throw you? It doesn't say for long neck.
No, it just says no, but they type anyways. So this is from Susie for Bianca. This is what it says. It's the only thing I have to work with. 39th birthday. She used to be an Eagles supporter back in the Ben Cousins days, stopped watching footy for years, and now supports the Tigers. I think this is disgusting behaviour. I give her shit about it all the time. Hope you can too, full stop. Enjoy your B-Day, long neck! ! I read that as, enjoy your birthday, long neck! Do we have the cameo, or do we need a bit more time? That was the defence. Here we go. Bianca.
Audio? Don't have audio? What? Okay.
We're not quite ready. So that was my reasoning. It said, enjoy your birthday, long neck. And I was like thinking that was what she wanted me to call her, because some people do that stuff. They say, call them this, or refer to an inside joke. And I just went with it.
That's incredible.
I'm flesh and blood.
If you would like to join in the podcast, you can get your comments on YouTube. We'll get better at monitoring those and getting you more involved. If you want to send us an email, it is hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. That'll get straight through to our producer, Nick. You want to get involved, you let us know. We'd love to have you a part of the show.
I've got a response here already from the sister of the person. They've said there are only a certain amount of letters you can use, I guess, in the request. Had to shorten it, but surely you could have worked that one out.
Yes, correct. Is there any danger? Some very good stuff going on with Justin Longmuir, a.k.a. Justin Longneck, I might add.
Bianca. Also known as Longneck.
Echoing.
That's not
killer. We'll have to do it another time. We might put it up on socials for you. Enjoy it another time. Make sure you sign up to our tipping competition. That is live as of Thursday, which is it Wednesday, Thursday?
It's currently...
No, I know what day it is. It's the start of the year, Wednesday or Thursday. Thursday game.
Thursday, yeah.
Right, so make sure your tips are in before Thursday. Mm-hmm. If you don't happen to get them in, there's weekly prizes, right? So there's only 4 games. So if you did happen to miss round 0... You're not that far, you're not that far behind the 8 ball.
No.
But we would like you to join before then. So to join, you need to be a patron, which is our cage. You can be a full backer, half backer, back pocket, whatever you need to do. You can join for as cheap as $5 a month. You can win $250 a week, and then you can win $2,001 for the year. $5 a month for your chance to win $2,001. Currently, there's 111 in the tipping competition. So you have a 1 in 111 chance of winning the tipping
let's
competition.
be honest,
and one of them's you.
One of them's me.
You can't win.
About 50 of them are probably bad at tipping.
Don't abuse our tips just like that.
I didn't specify which ones are the ones that are bad at tipping. But
my wife was involved last year, and she wasn't winning it.
No. There you go.
I wasn't winning it.
You weren't winning it.
I would... Look, if I'm listening along right now and you're not signed up to that for the $5 a month, I'll be doing it.
If you think you're good at tipping, you probably have a 1 in 20 chance of winning it.
Correct. And the guy who won it last year followed either yours or my technique. I can't remember.
He just went mostly favourites.
Yeah, correct.
Which, so for this year, I'm tipping all the home teams, and I get one tip a week where I can pick an away team. You're tipping, you're just tipping with all the favourites.
Yes.
And then you get to have one roughie.
Is that right?
Yeah, and Hammer's tipped the entire year ahead of time.
Very good. So make sure you sign up there. Make sure you get around the Leaderville precinct. Some great sponsors coming on board this year. Paywise powering the podcast in 2024. TABtouch bringing you all good things in that area. You know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
The Leaderville precinct is involved. Thank you very much. Shelter Brewing Co. Mamba Digital. The Bison got re-released. Don't know if you saw that last week. It went off its head again. It's not getting re-released.
No, we're done.
It's getting turned off in about 24 hours. So if you're just listening to this, then you may be too late. I'm sorry. Mamba Digital do all of the action over there. Sign up to that. And a little bit of a Shelter Footycast shout out. We're turning this off tonight as well. If you'd like to go into the running to win 2 tickets on the charter flight with the West Coast Eagles, 2 tickets to the game against Port Adelaide in 2 weeks' time, you can jump over to the Shelter Footycast and listen to that. What have you done? We're going to finish the show with Dan's cameo to long neck.
Also known as long neck. I don't know if that's about the size of your neck.
Jaiden, that's a $5 fine to you, my brother.
Hey, next Friday.
Yes.
I mean, this Friday, 4:30.
Yes.
We are live on YouTube again. Mondays and Fridays, 4:30, Australian Western Standard Time.
Yes.
And we'll be leading into the footy on Friday. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time.
Feedback's always warranted
Please.
and taken on this podcast. If you liked what you saw today, if you didn't like it, a bit of feedback, please. Hey, we know this.
Bianca, also known as long neck. I don't know if that's about the size of your neck or the fact that maybe you like a beer. Happy birthday, 39. You are 5 years older than me. Would love to find out what the mid to late 30s is like. Please tell me sometime. Look, it's not often that I do these and I'm not looking forward to it, and this is probably one. Maybe because I'm getting paid like $3.50 from Susie to do this. So there's that. So if she is only getting you this, make sure she gets you another present, $3.50. You used to be an Eagles supporter. Rate that highly. Ben Cousins, one of my favourites. Probably, if not my most favourite AFL player of all time. Wow. Then you stopped following them, and now you support the Tigers. Richmond, disgraceful behaviour, disgusting. I'll let it slide just for today because it's your birthday. Apart from that, I think you need to, change your life a little bit. Wow. Anyways, happy birthday, long neck. I hope it's okay that I'm calling you that. Enjoy 39. One step closer to 40. That's grim.
What a message. If you'd like uplifting message to anyone you know.
I don't know if I'm allowed to be doing this, calling you long neck, but I am.
Fuck, have a great birthday, long neck. Guys, thanks for joining us on the show. We'll be back 4:30 Friday. So today's a public holiday. Thanks for joining us. Friday at 4:30, join us. Friday Night Footy will probably be close to kicking off about that time, so maybe we can lead you right into that.
Shelter with it.
That was fun. Bye, guys.